Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing our Walt Disney World Q&A to answer all of your questions about our trips, our flights, our Airbnbs, our cars, tickets. We're doing it all, so let's get started. All right friends, we are ready to do our Q&A. We have our drinks ready to go. We are in Cars Land right now. We have our questions pulled up on Instagram. So
is coming in.
Let's get started. First question, is Disney Orlando better than California? Theme and park-wise, I think yes, but Disneyland wins. It's home. It's a much more chill vibe here. Like over there at Walt Disney World, it's very chaotic. There's a lot going on, and even on like the most busiest days here at Disneyland, it still feels way different. It's just a completely different crowd and
the energy, the vibe, and there's less tourists, so I feel like
it's hard to compare the two. So Disneyland wins for me. Special guest appearance. The question is Disney Orlando better than California?
Is Disney Orlando better than California? No. They're just so different. It's a totally different vibe. But
That's literally what he said.
but we're Disneylanders, so...
Yeah. So there's our answer.
oh, my name.
Serena wants to eat a chimichanga while we do this.
It.
I don't think it's going to be good.
I just want to try it to say I had it.
Okay, go try it. We'll throw it in the video.
Should I go order it?
Yeah. Next question. Am I planning a trip to Disneyland Paris or Disneyland Japan? I've already done Tokyo Disney. I did that in November of 2019. Thankfully, I was able to go right before all the lockdowns and everything. Disneyland Paris was supposed to be in April of 2020. That one got rebooked, so I will be going in November/December of this year, so 2022. Super excited for it. I'm going with my dad. You keep staring at your chimichangas.
It's because it's not on the mobile order app.
Oh, then yeah, you gotta go order it. But yes, I will be at Disneyland Paris by the end of the year.
Look at it. It's like bigger than her head. I'm a little concerned because it doesn't feel warm.
Oh, we don't like cold
I don't
Disney
like
food.
What's up with us getting cold Disney food?
Okay, it doesn't look burnt. The one time I did try this, it looked super burnt.
Without the sauce because this part is always like tortilla, like too much.
Is that what it is? A tortilla? I didn't know that.
Right?
I don't know.
Hard. You don't like beans, that's why.
No, I don't.
Why would you eat it if you don't like beans?
I don't know. I thought I'd try it. So far, what is it?
Out of 5, like, 3 maybe?
Next question. How are the spring crowds? They were as expected. Definitely knew that it was going to be more crowded. It was the week of Easter. I don't think it was that bad. Like, we were still able to get on all the big rides.
We were already expecting it to be long waits, so our expectations weren't, like, let down.
Yeah. We got on all the big rides. We just missed out on, like, the little ones, which we could have waited for if we wanted to, but we were, like, running around wanting to do, like, our videos and our pictures. So, for us, we were fine. We did great with the crowds. It wasn't too bad. Could have been worse. I've definitely seen it worse, but favorite Disney ride? Let's do per park.
Wait, let me think about it.
Okay, Magic Kingdom for me is Snow White. Epcot probably has to be Spaceship Earth for me. I love that ride. And then Animal Kingdom, Flight of Passage, and Hollywood Studios is Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway.
Magic Kingdom, the Snow White one too. Animal Kingdom, Flight of Passage.
Epcot,
Figment, I think.
and then Hollywood Studios.
Hollywood Studios, probably Tower of Terror, or Hollywood Tower. What is it called? Hollywood Tower of Terror?
I think they just call it Tower of Terror. Maybe? I don't know. What were your favorite food and drinks?
Everything sucked there.
Except Woody's Lunchbox.
Woody's lunch. I keep forgetting about that.
Yeah,
I
that,
got the brisket grilled cheese.
and I got the regular grilled
Like,
cheese.
the best thing
They're
ever.
both very good. But we
Favorite
tried corn dogs. We tried the spicy chicken sandwich.
What was that dessert I like? The strawberry.
Oh, she tried a flower and garden, like strawberry upside down cake thing. That was good, but that's a festival food. If we're going based off solely park food, their park food sucks.
Yeah.
I definitely think next time we go, we're gonna pack our own food and just wait until we get home to Disneyland and eat the food here. Not even the pretzels were the same. It was different. So, don't recommend it. Airbnb, Disney hotel, or neighborhood hotel? I personally like the Airbnbs. If you stay at the Value Resort on Disney property, which is going to be your cheapest option, those are going to run you a minimum of about $115 to $120 per night. And our Airbnb was like $75 a night. And we were still less than 10 minutes away from Animal Kingdom, Epcot, and Hollywood Studios, and 15 minutes from Magic Kingdom. So I thought it was great for us, and I like to rent a car. I love having the option to do other things in Orlando if we wanted to go to Celebration or when we went to Universal. Yeah, so instead of park hopping by bus or by monorail or by Skyliner, like, it was just nicer to kind of take the car. We had all of our stuff, could have changed into it, left and come back if we wanted to on our own time. So I always recommend Airbnb. Why spend so much on a hotel when you don't spend any time there? Yeah, the wait times for buses have been insane. I don't recommend it. Best time to visit Walt Disney World? I don't know. I've gone in April, October, May, and July. Probably April, but last time I went the week before spring break, so it wasn't as bad. But the weather sometimes kind of sucks because that's like the beginning of like hurricane season and rainy season. October wasn't bad. It was just packed, I think, because of the 50th anniversary more than anything. Oh, I did December. I did beginning of December. That actually wasn't bad. It's a little cold to start in the morning. Then it gets okay. No, because it was like the first week of December. So like kids are still in school. They haven't gone on break yet. But yeah, it was cold in the morning and cold at night. During the day it was fine, but I'm not a Florida resident, so I can't tell you the best time to go. I would probably ask someone else that question. I don't know. Do you recommend park hopping if you're trying to go all the parks for the first time? If you have the time, spend one day at each park.
Yeah.
Take your time, don't rush. We park
You can do
hopped.
everything in one day at a park.
Yeah, pretty much everything. We did park hopping because our friend that came with us was only going to be there for 3 days instead of the 5 days with us. So we wanted to get as much done with her as possible.
It made our schedule a little bit more hectic because we had to go back and forth a lot.
And I feel like we were getting really tired because of it.
But if we would have just did one day, we would have had plenty of time.
Yeah, so if you can do 4 days, one at each park, and then 1 to 2 days at Universal, I would recommend doing that. Universal, I feel like we needed 2 days.
Oh, yeah. But we did a lot.
We did all the big stuff. So if you like rope drop to park closing, you might be able to get everything done.
But we didn't do rope drop.
No, we got there late every single day.
We didn't do
a single rope drop. We kept waking up too late.
But I mean, we were okay skipping out on those little rides. So you have to be okay with skipping out on that.
This is probably one of the biggest questions, or the most asked questions that we got, which was how much the trip cost.
We have to do like the whole breakdown, obviously.
Yeah, so we're going to go ahead and do that right now. We are going to start with flights. We flew Delta from LAX to Orlando nonstop. Highly recommend Delta. I always fly with them. I really try not to fly with anyone else. Flights were about $309, I think, with taxes.
We got them early on.
Not that early. We went in April and we bought the tickets like last week of February. So we didn't buy them too far in advance. But our tickets for our flight were about $309. Or I think $305, something like that. So pricing for tickets, I have a Walt Disney World annual pass, so I did not have to pay my entryway for that. For Universal, my pass was blocked out, so I had to go ahead and upgrade that. So it was about $280 to upgrade, but now I can go back for Horror Nights, which is super exciting. Serena's 1 day 2 park ticket for Universal was $220, and then her ticket for Walt Disney World was $600, and that's 4 days park hopper every single day. I tried to kind of look at it where if we only like park hop 2 days, and then the other 2 days we did like a single park, and that ended up being more expensive. So the most expensive thing throughout the whole trip was literally just the ticket to Walt Disney World. Our Airbnb ended up being about $75 a night, but there was like the processing fee, the cleaning fee, and like one other fee. So it was about $550 for, I think it was 5 days, 6 nights. I think that's what it was. Which honestly, I don't think is that bad.
That's really good.
At all. And it ended up being a little bit more expensive because we had to get 2 beds. Because there was 3 of us for a couple nights. I think if it was just us 2 and it was 1 bed, we definitely could have found it cheaper. I know, we probably could have, so we know that for next time. But again, our Airbnb was close, no more than a 15-minute drive. Universal was 20 minutes, which is still nothing. And then the rental car we got through Turo. It's an app, so people like rent out their cars. That was $22 or $24 a day, so it was about $350 for the whole day. And then we were able to drop off the car at the airport. and they could have dropped it off to us, but we went to go pick it up that first day. But I really like that app. I highly recommend it. So the next question, which I got a lot of these questions too, is just like tips and tricks, best food and drink. Again, we didn't like any of the food. The drinks we tried, we like the violet lemonade.
The violet lemonade is really good.
From Epcot. We like that
if you're
one.
Old enough, definitely recommend drinking around the world. I feel like we didn't really get to do that because we were focused more on rides.
And content. We did do the frozen rosé and
I did the mimosa. I didn't drink it really. I did the margarita. Margarita was good.
Yeah, I'm very picky with my drinks, so drinking around the world is like not my favorite thing to do. I have done it with beer, and I got sick because I got hungover on that one for sure. But food was a big skip for us. Like,
it's not worth it. It's not worth the price.
Except Woody's Lunchbox. But everything else, like, we were just not happy with it at all. We got asked a lot about Genie Plus and Lightning Lane, and I can't differentiate between the two. I honestly can't tell you what the difference is. We have used it one time here at Disneyland, and it worked great for us. The crowd started picking up, and it seems to not work so great anymore. We decided to not spend our money on it. We didn't do the Universal Express Pass, and I know that one's like $150 for the day.
That was expensive though because it only limited. Like if the demand's high, then the price is higher.
Yeah, but we did just fine without it. You really just need to prioritize what you want to do.
But I saw some of those express lines and the Genie Plus lines longer than the actual wait time.
Yeah, but if you're cool with like skipping Dumbo and skipping, what other ones do they have? Like, yeah, just like the flying carpets and Peter Pan, like the kid rides, you're gonna be just fine. Just manage your time. If you want to watch shows, just keep track of that, like what time shows and parades are. But I wouldn't recommend Genie Plus. Park hopping tips with a car. I got free parking. I think all passes at Walt Disney World get free parking. But I think once you pay for the day, you're good to go. Their parking is $25 a day. Honestly, just having the car was so nice. We outfit changed a lot, so instead of having to carry everything with us all day, we were able to like switch it out in the car. We would change our shoes, we would grab a snack, we would keep like the makeup in the car to kind of touch up.
And then it was nice just to like sit down with the air conditioner on.
Oh yeah, that helped a lot. And all the parking lots are fairly close to the park except Magic Kingdom. You have to take a monorail or the boat back to the TTC. It's fun, but Magic Kingdom, to get back to the car, you do need to plan a little bit of a longer time to get to the car and then park hop. That's all I would say for that. Besides Studio Tour and Marvel, what differences do both Universals have? A lot. They have Studio Tour is the backlot tour that they have here at Universal Hollywood, where you get to tour the sets on like the big tram vehicle. They have Velocicoaster. They have two areas. Well, one, they have two parks. We only have one. They have two Harry Potter areas. So you have Hogsmeade and you have Diagon Alley. They have Hagrid's, they have Gringotts. They just have way more rides than we do. They also have a parade, which we didn't get to watch, but they do have, I think, right now they were doing their regular like Universal parade and they had a Mardi Gras one. They do Mardi Gras concerts as well with like really good singers and like really good celebrities that come for it. It's just an overall bigger park. They have Seuss Landing, which we don't have, and it's just way better. Ours here sucks. Yeah, that Hollywood sucks. How far in advance did we plan? We had been talking about it for a really long time. And then in February, I was like, let's just do it. Like, it's middle of February, like, we can go in April, like, let's just go. So we booked it about a month and a half in advance. But I already know what I'm doing over there, so I know where I need to book, where I need to get the car. So booking last minute for me is pretty easy. If you do plan to stay on property, I would try and book that a couple months out because they do book out. A lot of their hotels book out.
Make sure you book your reservations for the park.
A lot of people still don't know that you need a park ticket and a park reservation.
I know someone who booked the whole trip.
And they had to cancel the week before because they did not book a single park reservation. So check reservations before you book anything else. Please, 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 please. Any tips for first timers? Bring your patience. Bring backup batteries. Bring fans. Drink your water.
If you're going by yourself, do your research. Because if I would have went without Shay, I probably would have been really lost. So unless you're going with someone who's a pro at it, like, do your research. It's a must.
Yeah, it's a very big park. It's not like Disneyland where everything's super like close to each other. Like, it's a good 20 minutes to walk to the other side of Magic Kingdom sometimes. So yeah, I always like to look at the map and look at wait times and everything and show times before I even go to a new park, so I have an idea before I even get there. Study that app. Study it. Like, you need to know how to mobile order, how to get to wait times. They even have directions on the app if you want to like look at how to get to a ride or a restaurant. They have directions for you. Learn the app. How many days would a Walt Disney World first timer need at the parks? I would say you need at least 1 day at each park. If you want to go hardcore, I would just do all 4 days straight. If you know you're not going to be able to handle it, then try to take a day in between to kind of like relax, hang out by the pool, chill, or like check out Disney Springs and like drive around and visit a little bit over Orlando. But I would say minimum 1 day at each park. If you can, I like to park hop usually on my last day only, but that was a little bit different for this trip.
If you want that extra day to rest.
If you want to do Universal, add 2 days. I would say a week, minimum. A week. What is your favorite Walt Disney World park and why? I love Animal Kingdom. Not just because of Flight of Passage, but I love Kilimanjaro safaris. I love walking through Gorilla Falls. The food and drink there are actually really good. I love. Oh, we forgot our pulled pork mac and cheese was really good. And then they have like a type of lemonade with rum in it. And she doesn't like rum because it's coconut. That's the only type of coconut I like, and I love those drinks. I got 4 of them. What's your favorite park and why?
I liked Epcot because they had a lot of informational rides.
Yeah.
I feel like we don't have that at Disneyland.
You got Living with the Land, Spaceship Earth,
Yeah, and
Mission Space.
Very interactive rides.
Yeah.
I would say Epcot.
Going in December, any tips? Skyliner, TTC, going back to hotel to relax, worth it. Skyliner, we love. It was a nice break. We needed to park hop between Hollywood Studios and Epcot at some point. So we took the Skyliner there and we took the little boat back. So it was kind of like a nice change of scenery for us. I've never gone back to the hotel during the day to relax because I paid a lot of money to be there. I want all my time spent in the parks. I will find something to do in the parks where I can sit and watch. They definitely have more shows that you can do, so I recommend that. The TTC, you kind of have to park there for Magic Kingdom unless you're at a hotel. Then the bus will take you closer, or if you're staying at Poly or Grand Flow. So TTC you kind of like have to put up with if you have a car. What is the best experience you had at the park? I'll let you go first on this one. Okay, my favorite experience from this past trip was getting to see Serena experience everything for the first time. Jaw was like on the floor all the time. I love the feeling of getting to take people to Disneyland for the first time because that's where I'm like, that's where the magic is. That's what all of this was made for. To have grown adults be like, oh my god, and feel like a little kid is like the best feeling in the world.
I would probably say the best experience was me seeing the castle for the first time. I was in tears. And then, honestly, that was like my only favorite part about Magic Kingdom, the castle. Like,
And the fireworks.
Yeah, what is it?
Harmonious.
Was better.
Okay. Did I buy the black coach ears? If so, can we see them? I didn't buy them.
You know what's funny too? I felt like every store I went to, like we would like pass by
Oh
it.
my
and
God.
not purposely. Like it was like calling our name.
Like only 2 stores at Disneyland have them, and then over there, every single store had the coach
And they
collection.
have a coach store
At Disney Springs, and they had it there too, and I was like, no, I did not get
We
them.
spent a lot of money on the trip.
If they happen to make their way to Disneyland,
Exciting.
then we'll see. Right now, I know we only had the yellow, blue, red, and white. We just got the blue ones. Those are Hong Kong. So if the black ones come, I might get them. Do you keep track of your steps? We did the first couple days, and then the second to last day, I forgot to charge my Apple Watch at night. So we didn't, and then the next day I was just over wearing it. But usually if I do a full day at the parks, I usually hit about 30,000 steps minimum. But I think we're doing 20 to 25 because we were taking a little bit slower than usual, and we were like stopping to get content and stuff. So we were going hard, but we weren't going like as hard as I have before. Another big question I got again is about hotels, and I can't recommend any of them to you because I've only stayed at Swan and Dolphin and then like the Pop Century ones. Yeah, that was a long time ago. I don't like to spend the money on a hotel when I know I'm not going to use it. Like, we don't go to the pool, we don't go to the gym. Like, we leave first thing in the morning and then we come back at like 12:30, 1 o'clock every single night. Like, it's just not worth it to us. I only think it's worth it if you have kids, because they need a bit of a bigger break, you know, in between, and you get back to the hotel a little bit earlier. But I can't recommend any hotel. If you are going to stay on property, just use the value ones that are like 117, because that's going to be your cheapest option. Advice on how to get on lots of rides. Single rider.
Yeah, single rider, and being willing to wait times.
Yeah, just keep checking the app. If you know that the wait time is going to stay really, really long the whole night, I recommend that being either your first ride of the day or your last one. The only thing that sucks with the last one at specific parks is like Epcot closes at 9, but Harmonious starts at 9. So they kind of gather everyone around the World Showcase. So the second Harmonious is over, they can kick you out. So you either need to decide, are you going to watch Harmonious, or are you going to get in line for like Test Track or Ratatouille? So I would just keep watching the wait times. Usually during lunchtime, they tend to go down a little bit. And then around 6 or 7 o'clock, when everyone was like starting to have dinner and the kids were dying down, I think was like the best time. Snow White, I definitely recommend being your last one of the day, because fireworks go off at 9 and that park closes at 11. Usually. Yeah, all of Fantasyland will be dead, so you can hit them all. Last question is, when are we going back? I have no idea. Hopefully like September.
But I'm only gonna go if I can get that. It doesn't make sense for me to buy
another $600 worth of tickets.
That's deposit.
Yeah.
I want to go. I would love to go, but I can't.
My pass expires in September. I'm definitely going to renew it. And with the upgrade of my Universal Pass, I do get a Horror Nights ticket. So sometime in September, I have to go and use that one, because that pass will expire. Again, I'll renew that one as well. But if I can use like 2 Horror Nights tickets, that would be great. So not exactly sure when, but we'll be there.
This year?
Hopefully by the end of the year at least. All right, that is all the questions that we had. So thank you guys so much. If you guys have any other questions, go ahead and leave them in the comments and we will get back to you guys on that. But thanks again for following along with us. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. You can follow me at the Disney Pixie on Instagram and TikTok, and we will see you guys next time. Bye, friends.